Look at this, another mod pack? What are we doing? We already got so many going on, but that's okay. I've had so much fun with this one so far. And if you want to catch up to where we're at, I did a little tutorial of how to complete the first page here. Yep, already did all of this, did it in under 20 minutes. So if you want to see me do that, and well, the video is 10 minutes, but I personally did it in under 20. So go check that out. I'll try to leave a link right here. But without further ado, what are we going to be doing with this series? What are we going to be doing different? So the thing with my channel is I do very heavy editing videos, and that makes it quite hard on me, especially since, you know, I work full time, you know, I have other stuff in life that goes on. So I want to try something new. I see people do, you know, like half-hour long videos and stuff like that. And I want to try to shoot for, you know, 20-25 minute episodes with these. And it's going to be a little less editing. I'm going to try to kind of talk through it all kind of like a live stream. Just a little more intense than a live stream. You get what I feel? Okay. So, what does that mean? It means we're going to get right into things today. And honestly, we need a direction. Obviously, we're going to go for the final, you know, page right here. And, well, that requires a lot of stuff. We're not getting there today. I promise you that. So the next thing, I really want to like kind of, you know, take a step back. What's the first thing that we can really achieve or work towards for the next couple episodes? And I'm thinking, obviously, we're going to want some storage. Yes, we have ME stuff, or not ME. Okay, what is this called? This is called EMC. There we go. Thank you very much. But yeah, we have EMC, but not everything is done through EMC, and I really don't want to do everything through this table, even if we get the arcane table, which kind of allows us to have a crafting grid and uses it kind of like a storage system in a way, which is nice and all, and we'll get there, we'll get one, but an ME drive would be really nice. Now, we have a couple options, right? We have all these different types, and we have ME, obviously, which is the one I'm going to go for, but we also have this one, which is refined storage here, which I really like refined storage. It's super easy to use. It's not complicated. You know, there's no really, you know, big things to deal with, which is super nice. Really nice. But it does come with its limitations. And honestly, I've never played with ME, so I think this is kind of my chance to really get into that. And because I always do go to refined storage, I know it very well. You know, we could get this going really fast. But let's try something new together. I really would like that. So let's find out what our first steps are going to be. So as you could have expected, it's going to take me quite a bit of time here. So obviously, you know, you were going to want to start out with the ME controller. This is what controls everything. So let's take a look. Skystone, not too bad. That's just coal basically that we kind of cook up in a way. It's just 4 coal blocks to make 1 skystone. I can EMC it. We got as much as we want. Now, pure fluix crystals are a different story. Now, we don't need this isolator here. We can just make, you know, our seeds and move on. You can just chuck them in water. They take a very long time, but that's okay. I have to figure out a way to, you know, just get the crystal in the first place, but I'll save that for myself in a later date. So we're going to need diamonds. I have redstone, need gold, stuff like that, silicone. Gonna need, so we're gonna need a sag mill of some sort, you know, kind of crush those up. Luckily, EMC only need 1, which is a wonderful thing that we start out so early with it. I mean, that's the first thing we got was, you know, our little table here, and which makes things easy but extremely difficult at the same time. EMC is one of those mods that really confuses me because it's so nice to have, but it's also a nuisance in a way because, you know, you kind of rely on it. It's kind of a weird, like, feeling I have with it. You know, it's just kind of like, it's awesome, but it sucks. It's horrible. I love it. All in one. So I guess the first step here is to go ahead and let's see what we have and what we don't have. So I did myself some shopping. I spent about 7,000 gold already, and that's about all I have. Yep, we're down to 311, so that's no good. But I did go ahead and I got our diamond ore, gold ore, we got glowstone dust, we got our charged Certus quartz crystal. I probably said that wrong. Anyhow, and then we got quartz ore, and now we can kind of EMC some of this, but look at that. This one does not. So we have to kind of be careful with it because it was 5,000 gold. And right now I don't have 5,000 gold to tell you, and so we're gonna have to make the best of it. Well, this is for, you know, to get our pure Fluix crystal, we have to get our seeds. To get our seeds, we need the Fluix dust. Dust comes from making a sag mill or one of these other grindstones. I want the sag mill just for future use. I mean, we could always use this one because it's not too bad, but anyhow, we're going to use the sag mill to crush the Fluix crystal. Well, to get Fluix crystal, we have to drop one of that Certus quartz that, you know, I just bought for 5,000. We need another quartz, which I can EMC, some redstone dust, put it in a puddle next to one another, and wait a few moments. And I get some crystals. Then I can take those crystals and then make more. So it's kind of just a replication process after that, which is really nice. So I just have to be careful with it and just make sure it doesn't despawn, stuff like that. But if I want to get the sag mill, right? That's kind of why we're coming over here. Sag mill's pretty expensive. I'm gonna need dark steel. Now, dark steel is not terrible, right? It's honestly just a matter of gaining machines, and I'm gonna do this through the alloy smelter. Gonna try to stick in the same family here. And if I want to get the alloy smelter, or to get our dark steel anyway, is really easy. It's just pulverized coal, iron, obsidian. Super easy for us to get. Pulverized coal, I just have to get like a crusher, and actually I already have one now that I think of it, and so that's not too bad. But to get, you know, our alloy smelter, wow, never mind. Okay, I have to find another way around this. Wow, that's a big derp on my end. So I'm like, yeah, you need this alloy smelter here to get dark steel, and then yeah, you need dark steel to get the alloy furnace. Oh goodness. Anyhow, let me try to find something else real quick. Goodness, this rabbit hole is quite deep, I'm not gonna lie. So I went ahead and got copper ore and rubber tree ore because rubber tree sapling, because if we want our dark steel, right, we're gonna have to move over into something I chose, you know, our little induction smelter here, which isn't too bad, honestly. Maybe the Invar might get me. Alright, so the rabbit hole gets deeper for getting our little, let's say, dark steel is kind of what we're going for right now. So to get dark steel, I went ahead and decided that we need to go ahead and get this induction smelter, which is pretty simple, straightforward. We're going to need Invar, we're going to need copper. So I went ahead and bought some copper. To get our Invar, though, we're going to have to come all the way over, and I chose to go ahead and do the blend in the furnace. Well, to do our Invar blend is going to be pulverized iron, and we're going to do some pulverized nickel. And well, I bought the nickel, that's not too bad, and the iron, and we have a crusher so we can get the pulverized version of it. So that's not too bad. So we're going to be able to get Invar. We're going to be able to get our copper gear. I have the gold. We have the redstone for this. Sand isn't bad. So that gets us this, right? And for that, we're going to need to go ahead and make a blast furnace. Now, you might be asking why. Well, if we go and take a look, we can take our steel ingot with 4 pulverized obsidian to get our dark steel. And that's pretty great. That's not too bad. Well, we need steel. Steel is going to come from our last option here, which is our blast furnace. And I guess I just put iron ingots in there and I get steel out of it. That's kind of how I understand this. If that's not it, I'm going to be kind of sad. Otherwise, that's the route we're going, and this is where we're going to start today. Okay, so I'm a little low on EMC, so what I'm going to do is just a little crusher. You know, we're going to take our diamond ore, we're going to crush it down. Should give me 2 diamonds. Then I can come over here, we're going to put it in, take 2 diamond ore out, put 2 in, let it go. It's just going to generate us some EMC. It's nothing crazy, in this pack at least. In any other pack, that amount of EMC doubling would be amazing. But in this one, not so much. Honestly, it really doesn't net us that much in the grand scheme. I could get to blue matter fairly easily, and we'd be okay. So honestly, you know, I'm just gonna dupe this a little bit. We're gonna, you know, now we're up to 4, next we'll be up to 8, and this is just kind of building us our EMC, and we can take from it later on. I went ahead, smelted up some stuff. You know, I got our quartz, we're golden there, we got our glowstone dust. Now I need some rubber. Now I'm gonna need to make a tree tap, grow some trees, you know, get our rubber out of said trees, and we'll be awesome. And we'll be on our way to getting our blast furnace here, because what I'm working towards is this heat conductor. And that's what I need the rubber for. Rubber's fairly easy to get. It was cheap. It was like 100 coins for the sapling. Nothing crazy. Then we're going to need our copper plates. Copper plates and iron plates are super easy to get because they just use a forged hammer. Iron sticks, nothing crazy. Copper ingot gives us 1 plate. So honestly, not bad. That's just 3 copper, 6 rubber, which won't be too bad because I only need the 1. It's EMCable. And then for a basic machine casing, just iron plates. For these iron item case is literally just an iron plate hit again with a hammer. Gives us 2 of them each. So it's really just iron, copper, and rubber for that. And that's fairly simple. I'm not going to complain with it. Just like so, we go ahead, get ourselves some resin. We can go ahead, cook that up. That gives us our rubber and we're golden. Okay, so I got our rubber. We just used a little tree tap here. Nothing crazy, just 5 planks. I grew a tree. It had one on there. I, went ahead, did the resin that we said we were going to, put it in here. Now I'm going to go ahead, make our plates so that we can go ahead, make the blast furnace and then move slightly into, we already have the copper for our gears. We have our coil, or can make the coil. Machine case is just a tin gear. Tin, I don't know about this one. Let's take a look, shall we? I guess there's going to be a couple ways we can do this. All right, so we're going to make our forged hammer. We're going to make our, our copper plates. We're going to make our iron plate. These are EMCable, thank goodness, because now I can take these. I'm going to take the hammer as well, just so that we have it. Place these in there. Now I'm going to need to come out again with a plate. We're going to have to do that again. And that will give us our little iron item casings. Ooh, this is not EMCable. Okay, so I know I need 8 of these at least. So we're going to do, 1, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8. That'll work. Super easy to craft up, especially since the iron plate's already done. I can't complain any that it's not EMCable. So there we go. There's that. Now, I did run into like a small bottleneck, nothing crazy. We're going to be able to complete this. I just need a little bit more EMC. I have it all in the crusher right now. So we know that we can finish this. The copper plate's basically done. I have the rubber. Now the bottleneck I'm coming into, right, is in here, tin. Now tin is super easy. Sorry, I bumped my mic. But tin is super, super easy. If we take a look, where is it? Oh, never mind. Sorry, it's an ore. This is what I really wanted. Tin ore can be bought, right? Tin ore, 100 gold. Awesome, I have 70. Now, I did go ahead and I put 3 coal generators onto our beast coin miner, so it is going quite a bit faster. This is generating as our coin. And honestly, I just saw that we completed a quest for, ooh, there it is. Look at that, 350. Never mind, tin is no longer an issue. So we can go ahead, buy our tin. We'll be happy. It's all the way at the bottom. I can do the normal stuff with this. I can come around to the back. I do have a furnace back there. Smelt up our tin. Actually, before I get too fancy with that, just in case we need the tin ore later in the future, I'll go ahead and EMC it. Why not? Doesn't hurt anything to do it that way. So we can smelt that up. Boom, tin. Never mind. Not a problem. Now the Invar is going to be the only one that I'm going to have a problem with, but and honestly, shouldn't. I just have to make Invar blend. Boom, boom, and there you have it. We got ourselves a blast furnace. Yay! Now let's hopefully, I'm really hoping that it works the way that I think it does. Now we'll let it charge up. I think this takes, ooh, maybe that's why. I don't think this is powered. Oh, that's a shame. Heat. Let's read. Alright, so it looks like I'm going to have to dive into industrial foregoing a little bit because I think I can use this petrified fuel generator. Now, it says heat. Now, I'm just going to assume that it needs power from, one of the industrial foregoing. Or is this the... No, this is not even industrial foregoing. I didn't look far enough. This is industrial craft. Okay, so I think this is the option I'm going to go with. It's just a tier 1 generator. Not very hard. We know how to get our tin plates. Iron furnace is furnace. Iron plates, nothing hard. Our battery here is just redstone. We know how to get the tin casing. It's just hammering a plate. Same thing with the cable. We need to get a tin cable, which is cutters on a plate, and some rubber. Nothing crazy. We already have all this. I just need to go ahead and make it up. Easy. I wish this was EMCable. And I'm gonna officially not be happy with myself when I go to edit all this, because I did this in the tutorial as well and it was extremely difficult, but it was so cool. It was so nice. So just reminder to my future self that all of that is gonna look really good. I'm gonna be really happy with it later on, but for now, yeah, it's gonna be what it is, honestly. So we got this, right? I think I can just put coal in here and be happy. Let's see here. Can I just take the charcoal, throw it in? Please be yes. Yes, I can. Cool. Will that power this? Maybe. Maybe I need to put an item in there before it reacts. Fingers crossed. Let's see here. Iron. Because I've never used this mod either somehow. So we can go like this. Is it going to do anything? Progress 0%. Cool. Not what we needed. Alright, so I'm going to guess I needed at least a power source of some sort. I'm going to see here. Alright, so according to Fire the Liar, I'm gonna need to go ahead and get myself a heater. Now I guess that's pretty straightforward and I probably should have thought of that myself, but if we take a look, let's see if I can find it real quick with you. Electric heater. Beautiful. Not hard. We already made one of these. Let's see here. Insulated cables. Those are copper cables. Sweet. Iron. Redstone. Simple. Another battery. Again, wishing this was EMC-able. And we got more iron casings. Simple. And hopefully I can just hook that up to our furnace here. Yeah, maybe I can get a nice little chain going. So honestly, this is super simple. You know, we just made that. I can already make the heat component. We can already make pretty much everything we'll need. I forgot to grab... Oh no, I didn't. I got this. Ready? Boom. Next one is not very hard. I mean, all this is really simple. Except I do need more tin. I'm colorblind, so that's really difficult for me to see the difference between those two. So, yeah. Anyhow, that's not really anything that's a problem. We have plenty of EMC. We have plenty of everything. I think I just needed 4. I was probably wrong on that. Nope, we're good. We got our battery, got our heat component. I think I just needed this little guy. And that one's not hard either. We just have to take the snipping tool. Go ahead, throw some copper in here. 246, done. Take that out. We need our copper. See, this is why I want, you know, to go ahead and get an applied energistics stuff all set up. That way we can get our ME system. Yeah, because doing this forever, no thanks. No thank you. All this needs to be put on auto crafting. That way we can have peace of mind, because this is horrible. I would really have liked just to said, hey, make X of this, X of that. Yeah, we'll get there. I mean, this is the first episode. What are you talking about, Fortis? Don't be griping. Don't be griping, Fortis. Come on. Be positive. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead, place this over here. We'll kind of move our furnace. Don't pop off the edge of the map. That'd be great. So if I went here, placed in all of that, that comes into here technically. But now we need some heat components. And what was it that he said? They were just coils. And coils are just copper and iron. That's super simple. So basically all we have to do is just grab 8 of these. 2, 4, 6, 8. Grab ourselves an iron ingot. Surround it like so. And voila. Except I think I want 10 of these. And just like so, it should start to work, in my opinion. Nope. We'll need one more thing. Hey, there we go. Goodness gracious, that took me forever to get that down. Okay, so basically running our generator, it's going well. It's pushing it into this MFE. That's just basically, I guess, a storage bank, which is running into our electric heater. I'm using gold insulated cables, and that's producing our heat. We got our little lever. It's working out just fine. That's producing our heat. Now, once it's heated up, I believe I can put in, because I don't think it said I needed anything down here, because there's a space for fluids. So I don't think I needed anything. I think this just has to heat up all the way, and we'll see how this goes, I guess. I think we're just not getting a consistent amount of power. Like, it just eats it like almost immediately. So I might go ahead and make another generator, you know, hook up a couple. That way we have consistency. But honestly, if I can get this, then there's really no reason for me to really need this, because I believe steel is EMC-able. Yeah, steel is 256 still. It's the same as, you know, an iron. So it works out really well. Now I just have to wait for all of this to heat up, and we'll call it a day. I don't mean like we're done with the episode, but I mean we're done with steel, and I'm actually really excited to do it. We'll probably get to dark steel today is my goal, so let's try for that. Okay, so we have 2 options here, guys. Now, did I bite off way more than I could chew for this episode? 100%. Am I going to complete it? Heck yes. Now, we have 2 options here, and they're completely different directions, right? Okay, so number 1, we either can go into Project E a little more, which isn't too bad. We have enough EMC. I could definitely easily get this. Now, what I'm thinking for is to go ahead and get these blast bricks so we can make a blast furnace, right? That's not too bad. I know how these work. These aren't too bad. You know, just creates a little bit of slag, some steel, you know, iron, put your coal in, you're good. You're good, you're good. Otherwise, you know, this setup is not working. Wow, that grew back. I didn't know that rubber came back on rubber trees. Anyhow, side note, I need air for this. I did need a fluid. I guess air is a fluid. And yeah, that didn't come easy to me. I had to actually look that one up. Again, thanks to Fire the Liar. Awesome. You know, he did a good job and he told me what I needed. Well, I need air canisters. And air canisters require their own level of machines. So we can either dive super deep into this, or I can just get into Project E real quick, which really isn't that bad. Honestly, it's really easy. All I need is an energy collector. Super simple. Glass is probably going to be the hardest one I need because I don't have it right now. And that's not difficult to get because I think sand is literally right there. Done. And now all I need is put it in, voila, cook it up. And just like that, we have everything we need, or at least should. You know, furnace, a little bit of glass, 6 glowstone. Boom. Done. Look at that. Energy condenser. We'll go ahead, throw that in, because eventually I'm going to go up in the tiers. I might just do it right now, because honestly, it's not difficult. Because the next step, you know, is the Mach 2, which requires dark matter. Dark matter is just some Eternalist fuel. Honestly, not terrible for me to get right now, because, you know, Philosopher's Stone and all that. Easy peasy. It's just a lot of steps, not going to lie. But for now, I think I'm going to skip that and just kind of take you along the journey. So, just turned redstone. Well, actually, that went around twice because I needed coal. And for coal, you can do a lot of stuff. But I went ahead, I went from, you know, redstone to coal, and then it automatically went coal all the way to our gunpowder. So I already have gunpowder. We'll do it just like so. That way I have it for later. And then boom, blaze powder. Awesome. See that? See how easy that kind of stuff is? And then you can honestly just keep going with this kind of thing. And then we're back to glowstone. I really didn't need that, but I just wanted to, you know, show you that this stuff right here is super easy. You know, especially this pack was made to make EMC super easy. So now that we have our blaze powder, we can go ahead and make our blast furnace. Okay, so I've been working at something for a little bit, so let's take a step back, right? I've been racking my brain, probably a little too hard. You guys are probably sitting there like, hey, why aren't you just doing this simple thing? And it's probably because, honestly, I'm just missing it, not gonna lie. So I'm making this simple sag mill here. Hopefully this works out to my expectation. Just gonna plop that down up here. Gonna get power. I have cinnabar ore here that I bought. And I guess I can't throw that in there. That's great. Okay. Alright. Next step, I guess. I mean, at this point, do I need? Yeah, I do. I still need it to get to our steel. Goodness gracious, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of stumped. This is kind of beating me a little bit. Because we need the alloy furnace. Alloy smelter. Well, to do that, obviously we need dark steel, and we can make dark steel using the alloy furnace, which is kind of the frustrating thing, right? And, well, there's a couple different ways. We looked at this way, which is the induction smelter. So what's stopping me from making this? I totally forgot. So we have tin. Okay, guys, so a lot has happened, but I messed up on my recording, and it just kind of stuck it to the side, and this picture didn't look right. It was terrible. It was terrible, but we got some stuff done, and I was a huge derp. That is an understatement of what happened, honestly. It really was, because honestly what happened was is I did a lot of stuff that wasn't necessary. Okay, none of this was necessary. The industrial craft, no. You know, all we needed was this quartz grindstone. Get to our induction furnace. We didn't need the sag mill. We already had a crusher, so that helped us through. Energy condenser was for our coal. All that fun stuff. So let's talk about what we were doing. So I'm trying to get an alloy smelter so I can get into our applied energistics. Now, need a dark steel. Dark steel requires, well, steel to get. And that's not too bad, except for the fact, you know, I was trying to go a really difficult direction of either a blast furnace or that's how kind of where we were over here, right? With all the different machinery behind us. When in fact, it was super simple and we could have just done it through the smelting, which is sponge iron, which is 4 coal and 1 iron. Makes a sponge steel or sponge iron. And then you can, well, that's steel. So yeah. So that gives you your steel, and then they get dark steel. Wasn't really too bad. I just EMC'd our lava over here. You know, I picked up a bucket, you know, made it, got obsidian, got our quartz grindstone, threw it in there, ground it down, threw it in here, got our pulverized dust, grabbed our 4 pulverized iron, our 1 steel, and well, kind of made our dark steel and our induction smelter. It was really simple, honestly was. But I went so far around everything else. I spent way too much time trying to figure that out. Goodness gracious, I should have seen that in the beginning. Go ahead, go down in the comments, call me a derp, please, because that was terrible. Oh, goodness. What an episode 1. But I hope you enjoyed. We got dark steel today, so I'm happy about that. It just could have came a lot easier. But guys, that's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed. Please stick around for episode 2. I'm really excited to play this pack. I love Skyblocks, everything about them. So be sure, leave a like, subscribe, share it with your friends, all the whole 9. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.